Hello and welcome all. How are you all doing? I wish you a very, very happy new month and I welcome you all to this transmission, this live stream video of mine. Even if you're watching it later, it doesn't matter because all the messages do reach you in divine timing, and when you're ready, when you need it, it is going to be there for you. I welcome back my subscribers. There are some new subscribers, so welcome to my channel. And I do hope everyone is getting clarity, getting understandings, getting the information that they are searching for uh, during these times. So please continue to, hi, I know. So please do continue to subscribe, to share, and to comment, to hit like, because that's what makes it appear in the news feed. I have a tarot session right after this, so I'm going to get right into the various messages. A lot of you might have found the weekend energies as twin flames, maybe difficult, maybe intense, maybe confounding, and I'm going to tell you from my personal experience so that you can find this method useful. The way it's very simple but it's very efficient as well is when, for example, I had been feeling that my divine masculine is in a certain pattern, a certain loop of behavior, that he would make an appointment with me, and then in the last minute he would use anything to hide behind, any excuse to not come. And I perceived it as maybe he's reluctant, maybe he's not ready, and immediately I would go into distrust of his motives, or whether he's telling me the truth about the issues he was saying he was facing and stuff like that. And this kept happening, and immediately my thing would be, okay, because he's not willing to even give me this, maybe it is right now not the time and I need to move away, because I don't like to be kept waiting, for example. Or I felt it was being disrespectful in a way. Hi Vibha, welcome. So the epiphany I had this weekend, because the energies are very transformative. I don't know if you guys can make out, but I have barely been sleeping and there's been huge transformational energies. But the good thing is my skin is looking very youthful, and except that yesterday and today I have been getting major blurry vision. I have that grogginess when downloads are happening, but I know I'm going through a huge physical transformation as well. So this weekend, the epiphany that happened was, I was sitting and I was asking back of my mind that we are mirrors, we are echoes of each other. You cannot say I love you and here I hate you from your divine masculine, unless that is what your inside truth is, right? So I was like, okay, if he is doing this again and again and again, what am I not doing? What you have to do your inner work no matter what the situation is. Inner work is the only solution to come back into balance, to heal, right? So I was like, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to clear? What do I need to heal? What aspect of me is affecting this? Exactly. I'm so glad, Vibha. So I was like, what in me, what in me, until it hit me. It hit me. It might be very obvious when you're listening to it, but when you're this close, as you are to yourself, you are able to see another person's pattern. you're able to see another person's loops. You are able to, even if it's your divine masculine, your best friend, someone else, as a counselor or as a therapist or as a healer, as a tarot card reader, I'm able to see everyone's, and I'm very good at that as well. But even then I was not being able to crack this particular one, right? And then it hit me that every time this happens, I immediately move into distrust. I immediately want to move away. The runner, he's physically running, but mentally or emotionally, I want to run. I go on the defensive. I want to protect my heart because I'm very sure he's going to hurt me, or he's trying to hurt me, or he doesn't care about whether I get hurt or not. Something to that thing, okay? And once I realized that, I was like, oh my god. And I kind of texted, and things were like kind of normal, and I was like, oh my god, this is really strange. And then what happened, the minute you make a breakthrough, you make another breakthrough, right? Something that was initially taking, say, a month to happen, that if so and so is not doing this, the brain says the brain says it means XYZ things, which tells me I should take this decision, this action of either moving away, whatever, to protect myself. That it's just logical. If someone doesn't have time for me, how can he love me, is logic, okay? And we know, I have been repeating it, stay in your heart center. Take in twin flames, you cannot use your head, all right? It is topsy-turvy. So something that was taking a month to complete a cycle, I was going in this spiral, and there would be healings, there would be understandings, there would be epiphanies, but it was still going on. And then it started happening literally at a distance of hours. That I would, the same strain of thought, the mind saying this, coming to this conclusion, telling me this is the best course of action, and I would say no. I have surrendered. I have released all control. I do not have to take a decision. It's not even that he has to take a decision. If you feel I'm waiting on the decision to be taken by my divine masculine, hence I'm feeling disempowered. I am not feeling fully empowered in this situation. It is not even that he has to take a decision, but the mirroring right now is so much, and I'm a pretty literal person. So I thought, where I made my mistake, I'm bringing that to your notice, is I thought it's the identical mistake. It is, but where he is doing it from here, I was doing it from the heart space. For example, if he is putting in, there was an example I wanted to give you, it will come back to me. The point is, when both of you are saying it's that person's decision, that's the echo coming back to you, that it's your decision, whereas there is no decision. You have to keep releasing the desire to control, the desire to predict an outcome. We have to continue to go with the flow, which is very hard, especially because now and in a few days the eclipse season is here. The full moon was very, very intense. The Mars retrograde, and soon Mercury will be going retrograde. There's a lot of intensity. There's a lot of triggering and purging happening, because we have to come into alignment. We have to come into inner balance. We have to learn to remain in our center. We have to learn to remain in unconditional love for ourselves first, and then our divine masculine, or equally so at the same time, right? Now, for example, I kept feeling that my divine masculine is stuck because he is in the program of lack. He keeps saying, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I don't have time for myself, and I would be like, he's stuck in the mentality, in the program of lack. So when I understood that I don't have to look for the exact lack in me, and I looked around and I said, where do I carry the program of lack? Where? Okay. And then it was like in love. I have always felt I have never been loved, or my love has never been reciprocated. Anyone I have loved has been taken away in one form or another from me. Okay. Felt some form of rejection, some form of abandonment. I felt I was not even kind of needed in my family situation. I didn't know why. I never felt I kind of belonged in a particular group, segment. Now people are being asked to let go of wanting this ego based sense of belonging, be it regionalism, be it patriotism. It is still a program, it is still a sense of not a complete oneness with all, right? It is segregation, it is separating you from another. The sense of belonging to a community, to a society, to a certain things, to a certain person, to a certain surname, that is all ego based. Again, it's man made. Anything man made has to be now released. Okay, the dictats of relationship, the structure that humans have created in relationships. Family is not always blood related. Your heart and soul tells you who's your family, who's there for you, who gets you, who accepts you, your journey, your choices, your decisions. That's your family. All right. So whereas his lack program was in money and time, it is I'm coming to this, Vibha, thanks, right? So vis-a-vis money, here I was operating on the lack of love. What will I attract? Lack of love, right? Even though I love myself a lot, so that was not the issue. The issue was not that self-love is missing, or that I don't take care of myself. When I wasn't feeling well and I was prompted to make this live stream 2 days ago, things, because it was the weekend, and I was like, no, I'm not going to push myself beyond a certain point because I'm going through something. I don't know if you can see in my eyes right now, I'm in some other zone. I'm not really here in the physical plane, right? With me, you can always see the aura, you can always see the connection, right? You can see it in my third eye as well, but today you can actually see it in my eyes. I don't know if you can make out or not. So when you are operating from any program of lack, you will obviously attract more of that. The scarcity, the scarcity, the scarcity. So then, the minute I understood, shucks, I have healed certain parts of it, but remnants of that lack vis-a-vis love has got triggered via my divine masculine, because the question seems to keep coming back to, but if he loved me, he would have done so and so. He would have scaled the mountains, he would have crossed the river. Yes, I'll come to the physical symptoms. Very, you're right on track, Vibha. Congratulations. A lot of changes coming up ahead for you, right? So, I'm sorry, I just lost the track of what I was saying. But when you're operating from any scarcity, and even though I'd healed a lot of my aspects, certain remnants, certain traces, maybe the timelines that I had collapsed. But when I felt if my divine masculine loved me, he would have done this, he would have made this effort, he would have initiated a conversation, a telephone call, a text. Why do I have to always take the initiative? That made me go back to my old programming without me being fully aware of it. It happened so subtly. So that's why you have to be in the present, in the now, and very aware and alert in these days. You never know when an old program just kickstarts again in you. And the minute that I realized that, I purged. I said certain things and I was crying and it came out, and then it was like for 5 to 10 minutes, and then I started feeling, oh my god, it's released, it's healed. It was that quick, because I have been doing my inner work my meditations, my chakra clearing, my Markaba, my 12 chakra shielding. I have been doing everything religiously and regularly. My golden shower, keeping my cord with my twin flame clear, using the violet flame, all of it. Everyone has different tools that work best for them. I have my crystals with me at all times, right? Because there are such intense energies and transformations and changes and epiphanies coming through. And every time your mind tries to take over, how do you know that? Because you're trying to understand it logically. When you're trying to understand how will it work out, what are the steps do I have to take, what action should I take, you will be divinely guided. You will know it intuitively when it's time for you to do certain things. Okay. This is also a time when a lot of us, divine masculines and feminines, are clearing their past karmas, bringing it to completion. And if you remember, in one of my previous videos, we have to stop using the word karmic as though it is a cuss word. Anything that is remaining open, that has not found its closure, and no one else can give you the closure, you have to give it to yourself. Another thing I want to put out there, because a lot of people keep getting triggered, be it by the catalyst or even the divine masculines, because they're waiting for answers to come from there, the closure to come from there. You have to give it to yourself. Nobody else can give you a closure. The twin flames themselves are on the largest circle of karma, which is why we have to close all the loops before that. And sometimes it's already done with, but our mind is not accepting. I keep saying this, our minds are stupid. Stop listening to your minds. Your minds are stupid. Your body knows it first. You can feel it. You get truth goosebumps, you get truth chills, you get intuition, and then your heart starts wanting to go in a certain direction. Your mind is the last to catch up. It's very strange, and it might sound very rude. I apologize, because I am, well, if it triggers you, good, it will. You have homework cut out for you, if you know. We have been trained by society not to question the societal structure. We have been trained by all our individual religions to not think but follow blindly what the dictats are. Our schooling system has trained us to not think, follow orders, follow rules, follow what's written in the book. Our governments make sure we cannot question anything, think about anything, follow. And yet, all of that you're willing to follow. But here, when it is about the divine creator, about the divine source, and you're being asked, don't think, surrender your mind, just go with the flow, follow your intuition, follow your inner guidance. Here you want to think. You want to know the why. You want to know how. You want to know when. You want to know all the answers before you're willing to take that leap of faith, thinking somewhere you're in control. Which part of your life are you really in control? The money you think you earn? The food that you really think that you are putting on the table? The relationship that you think you're making it work? Really? Are we really in control of anything at this current situation? No, we're not. So the actual place where you should be surrendering, not questioning, is where you want to question. Superstitions and stupid rituals you will follow blindly. Oh, I should not go to the temple when I'm chumming. Haha. There you should be using your brain. Why not? Right? But there you will follow blindly everything. But here where you need to follow your inner guidance, your inner truth, follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow your divine source, surrender. There you want to use all your logic. You have all the questions. It's completely stupid, right? So your brain is stupid. Don't give in to it. Sorry if that came out too passionate, I'm feeling it very intensely in me. And energies are changing, so I'm a fire sign. My birthday is coming. Oh, my birthday. Middle of everything, from eclipse season to Mercury retrograde to this to that. I have no idea how it will be a happy birthday. Yeah, man. people, I don't know. So now what is happening, I'm sorry, I got derailed completely. Thankfully this time I did remember to write down my notes. um, we are clearing our karma, and it's happening very, very intensely. Not only are you doing it, your divine masculine is doing it. And here I like to point out, even if you're with your catalyst, it doesn't matter. I will come to this in a little while, but he is someone else's divine masculine, or she is someone else's divine feminine, right? So they are going through the same cycles, learning their lessons, clearing their karma. So it doesn't really matter what tag you think you are and who you're with. You have to put in your best. But if you're getting the guidance to pull back, to do your inner work, to go into hermit mode, to focus on yourself, which this is the message I'm bringing to you. Next 2 months, starting now till end of August, try not to be in anybody else's business. Why this, why that, why not, why not? Be in your own business, because everybody is clearing, everyone is feeling confused. It's like a manthan happening inside. It's like the cheese is being separated from the whey. It's not the whey that is useless, it's not the cheese that's useless. They have different purposes, but they need to be separated now. Nothing is meant to go down the drain. No experience, no situation, no person in your life. There is no reason for any of you to feel regrets. I was with the wrong person, I wasted so much time, I put in effort in the wrong place, I have put in so much effort but I'm not seeing the yield. It will all come where it is supposed to come, when it is supposed to come, it will come. But right now, you are being triggered, you are purging, you are being told pearls, you're being given epiphanies and life lessons. Okay? You have to note that down. You have to do your inner clearing several times a day on certain days. Like yesterday, it was several times I had to do things, even if it took very few minutes, but well, you have to keep doing it again and again and again. Okay? You have to steer clear of your twin flame if you are again and again back in your mind. If you are not sure of the intentions, you are not sure of what are they bringing to the table, you're not sure where this is going, pause. Why? Because in July and August there are 3 eclipses instead of the regular 2. There's a peculiar alignment of all the planets of 19th of July, which you can Google. They're all on literally the same side. Literally on the same side, and it's cueing things. And this is all not accidental. There's no accident. It's been planned ages ago, eons ago. It's triggering things with all the retrogrades that are happening. Okay, so steer clear of your twin flame. Purge, heal, send energy. You can say hi, hello. Don't expect anything. If it comes your way, great. Now, some of us, I'm in the same boat here. So your masculine, because of the Mars retrograde, and I've spoken about it before, certain sexual issues might come up, and it might lead them to feel this intense passion, and they do love you, they are very attracted to you, but they are not yet clear, they are not yet ready. And so the same pattern might happen again, that they come in and they're out. So they might come in for intimacy, and you will then feel broken hearted. You will then feel, oh my God, he used me or she used me and left again. That's not what is happening. If you're not comfortable, say no. Go with the flow, not prior decided. You will know in that moment what's right for you. But now that I have warned you that they might come and go, does not mean that they are a Casanova or something like that. But if your instinct is telling you that you're being played, listen to it. Because right now you're going to start seeing the truth from the false. You will know for sure about who's your twin flame or not. Nobody else can confirm it for you. We can tell you from reading or energy that you have a special connection. It seems like this person is your twin flame. It could be a catalyst too. They carry very similar signature energies. Okay, now detaching does not mean अंगूर खट्टे हैं, कुछ नहीं हो रहा तो okay, I'm detached. Detachment means it should not be making you feel sad and heavy. Okay, you should be happy no matter what. That is detachment. Just to throw it out there. I'm not saying you're not doing it. Coming to a catalyst, I'm going to tell you a story. We are all aware of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, right? And Snow White eats the poisonous apple and she falls unconscious, or she's in a coma, whatever. And a prince comes along and kisses her, and that kind of either dislodges the apple or whatever, and she is able to regain her consciousness. Now we have another fairy tale, Sleeping Beauty, where she has been put into a deep sleep, or she's unconscious / in coma. Similar, right? There too comes along the prince and he kisses her, and his kiss is going to wake her up. Now, what if the two princes, the prince, they somehow get lost and end up in the wrong story? The template seemed pretty similar, right? What if Sleeping Beauty's prince kisses Snow White? She will still awaken, and vice versa, but something will not feel right. Something will not work out. What is your catalyst? This template, the energy signature, even sometimes the names, sometimes the personalities, sometimes what they like, dislike, is so identical that and you feel a very intense connection with your catalyst. Let me tell you something. Your catalyst is one of the people you find it the hardest to get over. They leave you broken hearted, they leave you with a void, and that's when your awakening starts. With your twin flame, while they are with you, your psychic abilities, your certain things amplify, your chakras expand, your kundalini rises. All right, there is mutual love. There's no ambiguity there about the love, whether they are ready or not, whether the situation, whether they are still trying to control situation. That depends on your individual lessons. It depends on where you are mirroring each other. If you've got stuck in a loop and not being able to, it's like the wheel of a jeep, it's got stuck, and no matter how much you're hitting the accelerator or trying to, it's just going around and around in the same place, but you're making no forward movement. The catalyst is one of the hardest person for you to let go. You have very deep emotions for them. There's huge amount of physical attraction there too, and people then get confused. They think that is their twin flame. That's why I always ask, whenever somebody comes into my tribe, I ask them, who told you? What made you feel so and so is your twin flame? You can't just decide anybody you're feeling intense emotions with is your twin flame. There's a specific way things work out, though they are different templates. One of those templates I'm going to talk about today because it's triggering a lot of people. I'm not going to take your names, but there are two of you right now and in my tribe. My twin flame is getting married to someone else, or the person you thought was your twin flame is getting married to someone else. Yes. So there are their lessons, they are their karmic things, have to complete that cycle. For you, I will tell you about a pair of twin flames. I think their name is Rob and Angie. They met. In another template, you complete most of your karmic cycles. Your karmic partnership is at the fag end. You know it's going to end sooner or later, and then you meet your twin flame. But there's another template where you first meet your twin flame at a very young age, if not so young, but whatever. The beginning stages of your awakening journey is when you meet your twin flame, and then one or both get married, have entire lives. And once that is complete, your healing is complete, your lessons are nearly complete, you have got a certain percentage. For example, CPMT or whatever, you need a certain percentage to even appear for the entrance exam. You have to have a whole bunch. Am I on? Can somebody please tell me, give me a thumbs up if I'm live again? Somebody please comment when I come online, because my ticker is continuing. Yay! So like for CPMT, you need to have a certain percentage, right? So in life, you have to clear a certain amount of experiences, situations, having done a bit of healing before you can actually then reunite. I'm not sure what the name of the channel is, but I know the 2 or 3 people who are walking that template of first meeting their twin flame, then the twin flame is getting married to someone else. Down the line, you might be getting married to someone else, and then it might be years, it might be not so long as Rob and Angie. For them, it was a 20-year-old journey before they actually got married last year, I believe. 20 years. You're cribbing about few weeks, months, I don't know. So am I. Okay. So I just wanted to throw it out there because this is a trigger for a lot of people right now. Oh, they're committed to someone else, they're getting married to someone else, they are choosing someone else. Let them do what they need to do to grow. Those are lessons you do not want to go through with your twin flame. You will know when you are ready, you will know when your twin flame is ready. You might think you're ready, but again, like I said, stop trusting your mind. It's stupid. Coming back to, unless you're on a solid foundation with your divine masculine, he might just come in because there is a massive pull. There's this union energies. There is a lot of missing. I was missing my divine masculine, and I don't generally miss people in that sense. And I felt it was more him missing me, which was then making me miss him during this weekend, one of these days. And so they might come in for a quickie. Okay, because they're still afraid of having a heart-to-heart conversation. They are still stuck here. They're still trying to understand and rationalize and figure things out using their logic. I hope I'm still on live because it's showing reconnecting on my screen. So please do keep some emoticons or something coming if I'm live. Am I live, Bhav? Anybody? Am I live? Okay, great. So the pull you might be feeling is getting stronger and stronger, which is actually going to be what is causing a lot of triggers and tower moments, divine intervention, fated events during this eclipse season. So whoever is the one who is listening, you have to clear your energies, stay in balance, do your own purging and healing, and letting go of control issues again and again and again, surrender again and again. Because if you're not going to stay in balance, somebody has to, one of the two has to be stable for the other person to then come in once they have gone through the destruction. It might happen in horrible ways because they have been in resistance for very long. For some of them, it will happen very easily, effortlessly. They'll just be able to let go. There's someone out there, you know who you are. She listened. It was a very difficult decision because it was about what is the right thing to do. But when I gave her a guidance, she listened. She is now on her life mission, and God willing, very soon she will start working on developing her foundation and her relationship with her divine masculine. When I'm channeling or when I'm giving you guidance, it is from a higher source. It is specific to you, keeping your situation in mind. Sometimes you already know. You know who you have to leave behind. You know what you have to let go of. You're just not doing it out of some fear. You're staying with the karmic out of fear. Fear of being wrong. Fear of breaking a promise. Fear of what the society will say. Fear of what will happen to my finances. Fear of what will happen to the kids. Any of those. All of those. Oh, what will people say? There's an age difference. There's a divorcee involved. All of that, right? Now, somebody had written into me, and I thought it's going to be a wonderful thing to talk about over here as one of the triggers, is her divine masculine forgot to wish her on her birthday, and he was there with her on a situation, an event, and so it really upset her, right? And it's very understandable. But again, I'm saying, you understand from the brain, it's logical, you should feel hurt. But birthdays are yet another ego identity. I was born on such and such day. It is my special day. Every day is special. Every day can be special. This was our anniversary. And you know why I can talk about it with such ease? Again, like I said, I have made those mistakes. I have got triggered. I just wanted 10 minutes with you on such and such occasion. You could have at least done a video chat with me. It was a festival. Why couldn't you have called me to wish me? You didn't call me on New Year's. It was Valentine's Day. Blah, blah. You know, you're getting the picture, I hope. The next 2 months, and here I can be of service to you. Yes, of course, I'll discuss this on WhatsApp with those who are there. But the next 2 months especially, a lot of your inner children and past life issues are going to be brought to the surface. And you really need to be very thorough in getting them released and cleared. So go to someone very reliable. I'm here for your tarot and oracle guidances. I'm here to do your energy healing, Reiki, quantum healing, which can be done no matter which city, state, whatever you are, wherever you are at. We can connect, and over the phone, over FaceTime, over WhatsApp video, and we can do it. For past life and inner children, I prefer to have a one-on-one, face-to-face, because you're so much deep in your subconscious mind. Sometimes we will mumble, or it's not very clear, and plus then I get a better energy read, and I can help with certain impromptu tools, right? So I hope that this is kind of making sense. If you are facing physical symptoms, that means Those issues have been in you for very long, and despite all warnings, despite all pushes and nudges, you have not tackled with it, and now it's become a physical symptom. Go and do affirmations. Charge your water with intention or crystals. Drink that water, drink a lot of water. Do inner clearing, get energy work done, get your energy. I find it perplexing that people would waste money on shoes and clothes and useless things, but when it comes to getting guidance or energy work done or healing done, they suddenly are like, oh, I'm not sure want to invest in myself. Why? Are you not worth feeling good, getting a healing, clearing out certain symptoms? And by the way, healing does not mean that you will immediately be feeling prancy and well. Healing means it is getting cleared out of your system. Your symptoms might get worse for a couple of days, a few days, depending on how much you have resistance before it clears out. When you take proper homeopathy dosage, when you have explained the symptoms correctly to your doctor, your symptoms first get worse before you get better, and that's why people don't believe in homeopathy. They don't talk about the symptoms correctly. They don't talk about supposing they dream, or that they suddenly they don't want to drink water, or they prefer to be in warm environment rather than cold even in the middle of the summer. They don't talk about the symptoms correctly, and then even if the doctor does give them the correct medicine, because the symptom becomes worse, the cough becomes worse before it will clear out, because that mucus needs to come out, they give up and they say, oh, it doesn't work. Yes, it does. If you are talking about your symptoms correctly, homeopathy works in 2 dosages. Let me tell you that. It is not quack, it is not witchcraft, it is not placebo, whatsoever. It works, and it's the best thing to use during ascension symptoms. And even symptomatically, you can treat using homeopathy things that such as fear that you are possessed, or that there's dark entity, or somebody is, you can even treat that with homeopathy symptomatically. Okay, but be very specific with your symptoms. I'm sorry, got completely digressed there, but I think someone out there needed to hear this. Your physical symptoms are telling you your issues have been ignored by you for far too long. Take your focus away from everybody else, anything else. Focus on your healing. If you yourself are a healer, wonderful. Whenever you start a healing session, give the intention, as I heal so and so, so do I heal that aspect within myself. It works like magic. If you're working with inner children, or literally children, that means there are certain aspects of your inner children that you're healing. There's certain karma that you're clearing. So give that intention. Yes, the energies are going to just keep amping up. Yes, you might not like what you're seeing, because thanks, Vibha. You might not be seeing what's happening behind the scene, but that does not mean you act like a child and throw a tantrum and just keep throwing down, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. If you're not going to be firm and steady, you're just postponing every time. You're allowed to step back a little energetically because you can't cope, you're too overwhelmed. But that's the time given to you for you to do your inner healing, not just to become comfortable and numb again and stagnant again. If literally nothing is changing, then maybe it's time for you to take an action in the opposite direction. Maybe you're pushing against something immovable. The immovable wall and, unstoppable force of the Dark Knight Rises. So what will happen? Nothing will happen. So use your force elsewhere. Stop pushing against something that's not moving, that's not shifting, that's not changing. Okay, so I'm going to leave you all with this not so brief, but I think it's briefer than my usual live streams. Unless there's any question, I'll just take a question. um, and of course I will again leave you with a request of sharing, please, in other communities, in other groups, with other twin flames. um, The physical symptoms I forgot to mention are blurry visions are back, heaviness, grogginess, very disturbed sleep, a lot of purging during your sleep state, heart palpitations or discomfort in your heart chakra because your heart chakra is expanding. Um, some days feeling very, very physically drained, even though you know you've done nothing that warrants that physical exhaustion because you're working in the other dimension, perhaps. There are things happening with your eyes because your eyes are going to be evolved to see not just what is in the physical realm, but see through the veil, as they say. All right. Vibha, is there any question that you wanted to ask? I wish Mishupi was here too. I think she was, but she's not online right now. And Ravisha, whenever you watch this, love and light to you. Anu, Pinky, Namrita. Yes, there's a lot. Oh, yes, that reminds me. A lot of people are finding their body feeling very heavy. Okay, it's like they have not been able to clear out the lower, denser energies, which is preventing them from becoming the light body. Okay, so do meditate and do clearing and purging as much as you can. Yes, there's a lot of heaviness. The puffiness could just be water retention, or it could just be a protective layer around you. So just see if it just goes away, or not. Otherwise, Vibha will connect one-on-one and we'll figure things out what is happening with you, because I have not done your case study. So it is, I don't want to give any incorrect advice or something, there's something else in the symptoms. Yeah, the weight is your safety. It's like I had talked about it in my previous 2-3 videos, that you'll suddenly put on weight and eat or not eat at all, but it is like a protective layer around you, because the energies that are coming in are so intense. Like right now when I'm channeling, when I'm talking, I'm sweating so profusely. Your hands and feet, your body, like it's heated up like an overused engine, right? So keep drinking a lot of water. If you can have lemon and honey water, that will really help you. It also balances the acidity and makes it more alkaline, right? So be very careful of what you're taking in. Yeah, that is going to keep happening. Putting on weight, again it'll go, again putting on weight, again it'll go. It'll mostly be around your belly, not other spaces. Wherever, if you don't have issues, those parts of your body will not put on weight. We are coming into our perfect bodies, which is optimal. There's no body shaming or any such intentions here, please. I'm the last person. So yeah, that's what's happening. There might be headaches. There's this weird heaviness, like you're feeling compressed around your head. Okay, and when happening, you might feel like your eyes are sleepy. That's the best way I can always explain it. Rest of your body feels fine and alert. Even your brain does not want to sleep or is not feeling sleepy, but your eyes are sleepy. Like your eyelids just want to shut and go to sleep. In an instant it could go to sleep. But when you try, you don't really actually go to sleep. At that time, I suggest uh, meditate, or if you know how to self hypnotize yourself and go into your subconscious or connect with the divine, go into a trance. Yeah, the eye band is very very heavy. I'm even today I'm like, feeling phew, but I had to do this because I postponed it for 3 days. Like I was like, I'll do it in the night, I'll do it now, I'll do it. It was just, I was in this horrible procrastination energy. So if you can go into your trance, if you can go into a meditative state, it will allow the downloads to happen quicker and be assimilated. Do use the, when you're feeling stagnant energy, like in the sense of there's a pain, there feels a heaviness, some part of your body, move your body, keep moving your body, dance or whatever, just move it, and keep on saying, I integrate, assimilate and activate all the new energies that are coming into me. Okay, so please shield yourself every day, protect your energies, protect where you're investing your time, your effort. Okay, where you want to say no, don't say yes. Speak your truth, be your truth. Focus on yourself, focus on healing and loving yourself to the best of your ability. If you like your divine masculine to get you flowers, get it for yourself. If you want a birthday gift from your divine masculine, bring it give it to yourself. If you want to receive a compliment, give it to yourself. Better still, give it to someone else who will actually appreciate the compliment you're giving them, right? So if you like, you're missing physical touch, physical proximity, intimacy, maybe you can go for a spa, a massage, a manicure, a pedicure, a head massage, something that makes you feel good, that gets you the vitamin T, which is very very essential. Humans go into a natural state of depression when we go without physical touch, and that does not necessarily mean sexual, but yes, sex is equally important, very important, but physical touch with love, affection, that is very important for our emotional well-being. So don't deny yourself that just because your divine masculine or feminine is not around to give it to you. Find alternative methods of getting vitamin T. So I'm going to leave you all with a lot of love and light. Please share, please give a thumbs up, please leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And yay, it's slowly and steadily rising up. People have thousands. I'm still in 2 digits, but we are getting there, are we not? So love and light. This is Nikita signing off now.